how sustainable living and positivity are integrated.
The world is full of opportunity. Sustainability and positivity are interconnected. Life itself is an opportunity, as I always believe. The value creation of the cosmic system is a creation, not a.
Like, is it also something that you feel that you subconsciously anyway work towards because you've told yourself you're manifesting towards it? Or is it the universe is working with you with your manifestations? Like, how would you describe?
When I wake up next day morning, it's a new world, it's a new life. My way forward as my conviction and character building apart. It's a new opportunity for me. I have a limited time again till I go to bed next time. So if you have will, you can drive it. At least you can minimize the damage. If
Hello and welcome back to the Green Generation. I am Shruti Seetharaman, and with me I have Dr. Seetharaman. And I think today I would want to talk about positivity. I feel like it's such a beautiful topic to talk about. And, I'd like to understand about how sustainable living and positivity are integrated, and what your views are on that.
you're right, the world is full of opportunity. Sustainability and positivity are interconnected. Life itself is an opportunity, as I always believe. The value creation of the cosmic system is a creation, not a destruction. It is circular economy again. Even the dirt can be converted into energy. Recycling, reusing, renaissance is the new world order. So essentially, the thinking should be positive. If you understand, irrespective of the circumstances or environment, where you come from, which country, which caste, which creed, which religion, which environment or educational backdrop, you can create opportunity. You can be more energetic, positive, constructive. Everything what comes in, how you turn into positive energy is what matters when it comes to sustainable value creation.
And do you have any maybe particular incidences or insights from your life that you would like to share with everyone about how you've converted maybe something that came across as an obstacle into something positive that definitely helped with building a sustainable world?
Well, as a child where I had my own challenges, I looked at it as an opportunity. I was more resilient. I was molding myself for greater prosperity at a young age. That's how I looked at it. That's why when the top management job came at the age of 34, I was able to handle the new challenges, the new world. I was a villager. I have never visited other than Tamil Nadu till the age of 22. I never crossed the borders. Suddenly, going out of India and getting into a new environment and seeing in an industry where there are full of expatriates from different culture, different ethnicity, different educational background, that too in financial service, I looked at it as an opportunity to learn. I never looked back. Since you have an open mind, a positive frame of interpretation on everything, the challenges become opportunities. The lessons what I have learned out of these challenges are positive manifestation for me to further advance myself in the profession. That's how I looked at it. So when the global financial crisis came, I looked at the positive side of the global financial crisis. Okay, there was liquidity crisis, funding crisis, subprime crisis, sovereign crisis, and a solvency crisis for corporates. Now, the issue becomes more meaningful when I recognize this crisis itself is our creation. I looked at the financial crisis, the subprime crisis, The crisis itself is an opportunity when I recognize the crisis was our creation. Investment banks created toxic product, they did financial engineering. And when the housing market was booming, it's all right. Without underlying securities, they overvaluing assets are the only source of securitization. And suddenly it turned out to be a crisis when the housing market deflecting into depression. So is it the way you're going to look at it? No. I said the toxic products were designed to deceive a common man by the investment banks. When greed is infectious, ethical compromise is happening. Integrity of the institution is at stake. People are over leveraging. People living beyond their means. People are living beyond their means. So that was the reason for the crisis. If I live within my means, how can I have crisis? So it is greed, infectious greed. That's what I was telling the United Nations. This crisis is an opportunity. Many people have not accepted it, and I was telling them the world will become more ethical and moral. This is not a financial crisis. This is a human crisis. We have to build ethical and moral governance for long-term prosperity. So for me, it was an opportunity to redefine, transform the world for betterment, to be more ethical and moral.
Since you were talking about manifestations, and I feel like this is a super interesting or current topic that everyone's talking about in terms of manifesting the life that you want to see, what it's going to look like, manifest the things that you want to work towards, tell it to yourself every day, put the energy out in the world of what you want and it'll come back to you. How much do you, I process from this conversation that you already believe in positive manifestation, but how much do you think, or do you have a particular incident that you'd like to share, or maybe multiple incidences, where you feel like positive manifestation has completely changed the way there could have been something that might have happened, but it changed the way things happen? And is it also something, this is a personal question, is it also something that you feel that you subconsciously anyway work towards because you've told yourself you're manifesting towards it? Or is it the universe is working with you with your manifestations? Like, how would you describe?
No, for me, every day is a new day. When I go to bed, I'm in transition. And when I wake up next day morning, it's a new world. It's a new life. My history apart, my way forward as my conviction and character building apart. It's a new opportunity for me. I have a limited time again till I go to bed next time. Is the only time I have in my hand. Willfully, I can drive in the current operating environment. So I should be happy about what I have, and I should understand I live for the day while my vision is not distorted, my long-term values are not compromised, principle-centered. The opportunity for this day in the given circumstances, how do I optimize it? How do I get the value out of it? How do I accomplish my objectives? That's exactly I frame, and so everything becomes opportunity. For example, I'll give you few Wilma Rudolph. As a child, she had scarlet fever, and the doctors have advised not to touch the ground. She did exactly opposite. She was determined to hit the ground, and she was an Olympic winner, gold medalist. So it's a drive and determination. So she believed. Anyway, it's an opportunity for me to manifest what I want. I'll do my 100%. That's the spirit. So if you have will, you can drive it. At least you can minimize the damage. If you understand, negative people can never have positive life. You will never think anything negative. How catastrophic Every thought, if it is negative, if you see the consequence of it, you will never think negative. Why to think negative? Love is positive, right? So you don't need to hate someone. That itself is a positive energy for you. If you don't agree with someone, you don't need to hate someone on issues. But person to person, you should only transcend love. As any living creature, we should only pass the love. Then life is positive. So the question of negativity doesn't come in. It doesn't come in. If you eat junk food, you get sickness. If you get junk thoughts. When you put your seed as negative thoughts, it's a junk thought. It's going to be catastrophic. If you understand everything is your thought, which constructs your character and the way forward, then how can you think negative? You will think everything is positive, everything is an opportunity. What has happened yesterday is good. What has not happened is also good because I have an opportunity to move forward today. That's what positivity is all about. Andrew Carnegie did the same. He saw the positive attitude of everyone. You look at the plus and merits of individuals and take the positives, leave the negatives. If you have that attitude yourself, then you are going to be productive and constructive, and you will create the world. Whichever the scale you create, it is productive and positive.
So basically, you're saying if joke, and I know this is just a debate for no reason or an argument for no reason. What if I say, you said junk food, junk thoughts, but what if I do junk food once in a blue moon, and I believe that it's causing me no harm because it's once in a blue moon. This is me positively thinking about food that is not great for me. Does my body respond to those positive thoughts differently from if you're consciously telling yourself this is bad for me, this is really bad for me, or like generally in life, junk food is a non-serious conversation. But I feel like, you know how while driving, my instructor always said, don't think about not having an accident. Because then you're sort of thinking about not having it, and that's when you're being like a bit restless about being extra careful. Just tell yourself you're going to be okay and drive. So like, don't think of the negativity associated with, yes, when you drive, there's a 50-50% chance, or maybe a 70-30, you know. So don't think of the negativity first. Always think that you're going to reach home safe, and that's all you think about. You don't even think about what should not happen. Sometimes that sort of helps. So
that's true. See, we think accident happens to others, so we are reckless. If you think that you have to be, careful, if you understand the dynamics of the positivity, then you will drive carefully. Whether institution or car, doesn't matter. But you understand the risk integration within the activity. That's important. So, without risk, there is no return. There is risk everywhere, right? So, but you don't pick up the risk. You aim the positivity. So, world is full of positive and negative energy. You take the positives and neutralize the negative. So, you sustain your meritocracy. You have to move forward. Your age is growing. Everything is growing. It's a positive manifestation. If the value creation itself, as the word goes, is appealing. So, if you understand the dynamics, the happiness becomes visible. The peace is visibly within you. So, positive thoughts can only constructively give you composure and peace and happiness. So, happiness is a self-measurement. Right? You can only be proud of what you have accomplished, and you don't need to be successful. You need to be satisfied in terms of the framework. Then happiness comes in. Success, you can measure me as success or a failure. For me, if satisfaction comes in, that's happiness. Discipline is happiness. Even the controlled desire is happiness, is a freedom.
Okay.
So, in today's generation, junk food I'm not questioning. But do you know the consequence of junk food? Do you know that anything in excess which is going to cost you dearly and you have to pay for it? There's a beautiful saying by Buddha, pain is certain, suffering is optional. Without pain there's no gain. The winners think that way. Where there is pain, there is gain. Where there are solutions, problems will vanish. So we seek the solutions, not the problems. Right? We see the possibilities, not the problems. So that is positivity for you.
I thought you were also going to say winners don't do different things, they do things differently.
That's also true. That's the creativity. Creative exercise is all about constructively engaging in making sure you find innovation within you that regenerate enough energy and keep your body, mind and soul happy. So innovation is the key. That's a positivity.
I mean, just for perspective, guys, this is a book by Shiv Khera that my dad's read and propagated to me almost my entire life. And the main quote for that book says, winners don't do different things, they do things differently, which is why I said, because I've heard it so many times from him. And when he was talking about winners, I thought that's what he was referring to. But would you also say that, in a way, now if we want to bring it back to sustainable living and our actions, would you say that positivity, positive thoughts, positive manifestation, all of these also lead up to us thinking about the action? I mean, automatically our actions are also positive, which in turn leads to contributing towards a sustainable world? Or how would you rather describe the direct correlation with positivity and how you feel versus how your actions impact sustainable living?
The purpose of sustainability, sustainable value creation, or even the manifestation by United Nations as development goal is to recognize we create social justice, freedom and peace, happiness to the entire living planet. The cosmic system has got enduring values. We have to recognize human engagement has created more negative energy as well. So we can solve it by positive manifestation. So if you think every living creature is equal, every soul has the same sentiments, the value system can be improvised. So that's why it's important goals are set. These goals are prime goals. But integration of these goals, interconnectivity among these goals is a reflection of positivity. So how can I be happy without my siblings being happy? How can I create a warfare and destroy bioreserves and create values? So negative thinking doesn't help for anyone, individual or institutions, countries or continents.
So to the statement that happiness comes from within.
Yeah.
So when you say that, I mean, you could be happy from within and peaceful from within, even if the people around you might not feel the same way, because their fight is internal in terms of happiness.
These are conflicts with individuals. If your heart and mind is conflicting, you are not happy, you are not going to make others happy. Because